Susie again, and this one was already answered. It was already answered by Corey about the color palette, but I think it's very important, and this might actually become a blog post. So what happens when you have a color palette and you would like to keep it as your palettes here? See, there are quite a few when you install the latest versions of PaintShop. They come with new palettes. Interesting. I wish they had samples beside them. I've been asking that, but it would be nice because I have no idea what beer flight looks like. Is it greens? Is it oranges? Or fall leaves? I can assume it has oranges, but it would be much better to use. So if you have a color palette that comes with a .aco file, that's A for Adobe, CO I think it's for color. So it's color palette for Adobe. So far, no idea how it can be converted or used in PaintShop. I don't know if it can be, but it is still fairly easy to create your own if you have the colors. So to start, you have here in the materials palette, you have different options here. You can have a new palette and you have different options, but what you want is create a new palette. And let's say I want to call it February 2023. I could be a little more descriptive because maybe that's the palette for different sites. They have different blog trains or whatever, but let's call it this. So now there's a new palette. You can see here, my new palette is empty. So what I can do now is I'm going to use my sample color. Select the blue. And click the plus. Add to palette. Which palette? The February 2023. Okay. And it gives me a name. By default, it's going to be swatch number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You might want to put the number, but really you don't need the number because it's actually you get the color. So you can say, okay. Now you want to change. Let's just activate this tool. It's going to be faster. You select it. You can see it's in the foreground. Plus. Okay. Okay. Next one. Plus. Okay. Okay. Next one. Plus. And you can just use your keyboard. So okay. Okay. It's even faster. The green. Plus. Okay. Okay. Dark green. Plus. Okay. Okay. Orange. Plus. Yellow. That pinkish. The black, which is not actually black, not completely. And the white, that is not completely white. And now I have the whole palette here whenever I want it. So if I am going to go back to the standard palette, I do whatever I want to do, another project or whatever, and I want to come back, this new palette will be added at the bottom. You can see below that line, February 2023, and here is my palette again. So whenever I need to use that orange, I have exactly the orange that I wanted. And this is how you can create your palette. There's no script for that. It'd be nice to do, but the problem is that a script will not know what color to use on this image. It might use the black from here or the blue from there, or it's not going to be certain that it's going to use all these colors. So if you do it by hand, it's a little tedious, but really it's not that fast, that long. It's pretty fast. Within 2 minutes, you can have your whole palette done. Okay, Susan has a good question. Can you put the palettes in categories? So far, I don't think so. I tried to do that and looked for it, but I haven't found a way to do it, unlike other supplies like brushes and tubes and scoops and that you can have subcategories. I haven't seen any ways to do that with the palettes, even though this is a suggestion that I recommended because of the sheer number of palettes that are going to be added if you import, for example, the palettes from the previous 2 or 3 versions of PaintShop, you will end up with quite a few. And depending also on the size of your monitor, you have to scroll like I have here. Susan, it might not work with AA in the front because it looks like they have like the default ones might be here, and the ones that you add are below that line here, because see, it did not display alphabetically into the S. So that's kind of a little annoyance. Can you delete palettes? I think you can remove from palette, or yes, I think you can. You can go here and you can delete palettes, rename palettes. You can manage that. You probably don't want to remove the ones that come with PaintShop, although, I mean, maybe you can move them somewhere else so you don't use them. They don't display here. But if you ever want to get them, you just put them back into the palette folder. That might be one way. Hey there! I hope you found this information helpful. If you're curious to dive deeper and explore more about PaintShop Pro, we've got a wealth of resources waiting for you in our membership area. There, you'll find in-depth classes, workshops, Q&A sessions, and much more to help you enhance your PaintShop Pro and digital scrapbooking skills. Feel free to check it out. The link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the campus!